The business is called Nasi Ayam Mi Kari. The business is run by Encik Nakib bin Azam. Initially, they started to open the business from the school canteen. Due to COVID-19 lockdown, they opted not to renew the license and instead opened the restaurant in December 2022. The restaurant is situated at 123 Lorong Putra Raub 2, Pusat Perniagaan Putra 27,600 Raub, Pahang. Their tagline is Rasa Nasi Ayam Mi Kari Sebenar. They are well known for their most veteran nasi ayam and mi kari.
Now I will explain about flowchart of works plan. Firstly, on 24 June 2024, we are having a team discussion and business selection in the class. After that, on 28 June 2024, we are having a physical interview with Encik Nakid at his restaurant Nasi Ayam Mi Kari. On 29 June 2024, we finished our analysis of interview together. On 2 July 2024, we finished our draft assignment report. After that, on 4 July, we have a consultation with Madam Nolinda. Lastly, on 5 July 2024, we submit our report and video assignment.
For Nasi Ayam Gepuk, this is the job cost card that we prepared. First, we have direct costs, which includes direct material and direct labor. In direct material, the total that we calculated is 4,691 ringgit. For direct labor, the business hired 2 chefs and their total wages is 1,680 ringgit. We obtained the prime cost, which is 6,371 ringgit, by adding the total of direct material and direct labor. Next is manufacturing or production overhead. In this section, we calculate the indirect materials, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. For indirect materials, the total is 709 ringgit and 50 cents. Meanwhile, indirect labor has 4 restaurant crews with the total of 2,600 ringgit. For indirect expenses, the total is 1,925 ringgit. Then, we added all total and get 5,234 ringgit as total manufacturing or production costs. For total non-manufacturing production overhead, the business only used takeaway packaging, which costs 660 ringgit. Then, we add all prime costs, total manufacturing and non-manufacturing production overhead costs, to get the total cost, which is 11,605 ringgit and 50 cents. To get the profit that the business gained, we subtract the selling price with the total cost and get profit 7,394 ringgit and 50 cents. And then finally, the total of the selling price is 90,000 ringgit.
For Mi Kari, this is the job cost card that we prepared. First, we have direct costs, which includes direct material and direct labor. In direct material, the total that we calculated is 1,800 ringgit and 70 cents. For direct labor, the business hired 2 chefs and their total wage is 1,680 ringgit. We obtained the prime cost, which is 3,480 ringgit and 70 cents by adding the total of direct material and direct labor. Next is manufacturing or production overhead. In this section, we calculate the indirect materials, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. For indirect materials, the total is 1,317 ringgit. Meanwhile, indirect labor has 4 restaurant crews with a total of 2,600 ringgit. For indirect expenses, the total is 1,925 ringgit. Then we added all total and get 5,842 ringgit as total manufacturing or production cost. Total non-manufacturing production overhead, the business only used takeaway bowl, which costs 400 ringgit. Then we add all prime costs, total manufacturing, and non-manufacturing production overhead costs to get the total cost, which is 9,722 ringgit 70 cents. To get profit that the business gained, we subtract the selling price with total cost and get profit 2,877 ringgit 30 cents. Finally, the total of selling price is 12,600 ringgit. After finishing this assignment, I finally know on how to make a job cost card for a product. Now, I know how to calculate prime cost, total manufacturing and non-manufacturing overhead cost, and selling price. This knowledge can be useful in the future when I work in a company or own a business. Although we did face multiple challenges while completing this assignment, we succeed in creating a great teamwork.
From this group project, I learned how to make a job card and also how to calculate whether this business is growing or not. I also know how an employer planned their financial planning in terms of wage distribution for their employees, cost of materials, and how to promote their own shop.
From this project, I have learned that profit play a main role to develop the business.
Based on this project, I learned that every type of business needs to know about job costing method because it keeps tracks on various components in business.
For reflection, I have learned after do this project we need to keep going even though we have many obstacles. In return, the business will keep improve and success.
So for conclusion, we suggest that NAMK to become more active on social media to keep their customer updated. Next, they should create their own application to make it easier for their regular customer to order via app. Lastly, they need to provide more family-friendly dining table at their restaurant.